Leslie. I was talking to my dad on the way over here. He's a constituent of yours in Vermont. He writes you a lot of letters, and he says, thanks to you, he went from being conservative Republican in New York to Democratic Socialist for his 25 years in Vermont. So thank you for your work. And my question to you is, will you run for President of the United States?
First of all, say hello to your father. Point you make, I want to, before we deal with the other issues. That's happened not infrequently in Vermont. Why is that? It gets back to everything I have been talking about today. On most issues, not all, in Vermont, as your dad looked at, there are differences in opinion on gay rights, abortion, all that stuff. But on economic issues, I have done very, very well in the most conservative parts of the state of Vermont. We have a lot of working class people who may disagree with me on this issue or that issue. They do know that I am standing up and fighting for them, and I am. So my point is, what you are telling me in terms of your dad is what we need to do all over this country. There are, you go up to some people who consider themselves conservatives, and you say to them, and do this, go out and say, do you believe that we should give tax breaks to billionaires and cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid? And the vast majority of them will look at you and say, you're crazy. Why would we want to do that? Do you believe we should have unfettered free trades so that corporations can shut down in America and move to China? And they will tell you, that is nuts. Of course we don't want to do that. So the trick here, and by the way, even people in the Tea Party don't agree with what these guys, if the Tea Party understood what the people who funded and founded the Tea Party believed, the Koch brothers would be in a whole lot of trouble. And our job is to educate them. So it is not what you've reflected to me, what we're trying to do all over the country. Don't accept these labels. Talk about the issues. And when you talk about the issues, you will find far more agreement. You know why I'm in the South today? Why I was in South Carolina? Because I do not believe in this blue state, red state division. I do not believe that the nation, the media pundits tell you, we are a divided state. South Carolina, North Carolina on one side, Vermont, Massachusetts on the other side. I don't believe it. I frankly don't believe it. I think on all of the issues that we have touched upon, should the wealthy pay a fair share in taxes? Should we protect and expand Social Security? Should every American have health care as a right? Should we end corporate welfare? You know what? Most people would say, yes. Will there be divisions and differences of opinion? Yes, there will. But our job is to get rid of the labels, bring people together. Now, in terms of your second question, running for president ain't an easy thing, as you well know. It requires organizing in 50 states. It requires raising huge amounts of money. It requires having a campaign that I would run, a very, very motivated grassroots network of people. Because I think it is fair to say that Sheldon Adelson and the Koch brothers will not be spending a whole lot of money in my campaign. And in fact, I think it is fair to say they will be spending a whole lot of money against my campaign. So I don't want to do something just for the sake of doing it. But that's what we're looking at right now. We're trying to figure out what kind of support there is there for an agenda, like the agenda that I laid out for you. How much support is there for a Medicare for all single-payer system? The answer is what I have said. This is what I've said, and this is just the real truth. People with my politics. When I started in politics, I ran on a third-party ticket, which is why I don't make fun of the Libertarian Party getting 1%, because I ran statewide and I got 1%. All right? So people who start getting 1% of the vote or 2% of the voters like you, winning my mayor's race by 10 votes, becoming the first independent elected to Congress in 40 years, now the longest serving independent in the history of the country. I know how tough this stuff is. So we have to assess what kind of support that there is out there. Somebody asked me, you asked me a question before about money and people and participation in general. You know, it would mean that millions of people, you know, we're not going to get billionaires contributing, so millions of people would have to contribute $50. Can we do that? I don't know if we can. Maybe, maybe not. But that is something, we have plenty of time on this. My main focus right now politically is to do everything that I can to see that the Republicans do not take over the United States Senate this election.